Today I will teach you how to make these poppies with the golden watercolor background. I will leave details on the products down below, but essentially I used Sakura Micron pens for the black lines, and I used a MozART Komorebi gold watercolor for the background. So let's get started. I started by tracing the outline of the poppies, the three flowers really, it's two flowers and a bud, in pencil first, and generally the shape of the petals. And then I traced the outside of all of these in black pen. You can also see faintly the rectangular outline, which I'm trying to make the flowers kind of overlap as if they're expanded beyond that background. So I'm giving myself some guidelines so that I know where to paint. The next step was to put some painter's tape, this is just dollar store tape, where I had put my outline of my rectangle, and essentially I'm going to paint within that rectangle the gold, so outside of the flowers and inside of the green rectangle. And the next part I'll show you a little video of that. The angle isn't perfect here, but you can see that I am painting with one of the gold paints. The Komorebi set actually comes with looks like 6 different metallic colors, and this one is kind of the more golden looking one that I really enjoy. I think I've used it the most, and I'm painting within that green outline and then just outside of the petals consistently. If you add a lot more water, it gets a little bit more translucent. If you want a more opaque color, just add a little bit of water, enough to get paint on your paintbrush, and then that really does have a beautiful effect. So this is what it looks like once I've finished painting. So you can see it looks a little messy at this point, but when we remove the tape, it'll look much nicer. Here it is once I've removed the tape. And at this point you can erase just some of the little extra guidelines, not for the petals yet, I wouldn't erase those, but any of kind of the rectangular pieces you can erase at this point. Now I'm adding the details to each of the petals. So first I've outlined each of my big petal shapes, and then I'm adding lines very close together but a little bit on an angle or some squiggles to it so that it looks a little bit more realistic, a little bit more movement to the petals. When I'm finished all my interior lines to the petals, I went back with a thicker marker, a little bit of a thicker nib, and outlined all of the petals again to give it a little bit more definition. I added some black dots to the middle of the upper flower, and this is the finished piece. I hope you enjoyed this brief tutorial on how to paint poppies with a golden background. I hope you give it a try. If you do, please tag me on Instagram at Fernanda Saraga. I'd love to see your work. Please consider subscribing to the channel, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.